What's going on, everyone? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty great myself. I'm back now from Utah and Arizona. So I was just there with a few friends for the Pagani Reduno, and we had a great time. I was able to sit in a Huayra for a few hours and go on a pretty brutal drive. So that was amazing. That was my last video up. But today is special because I'm going to be seeing some more hypercars. We have some really special cars at Protective Film Solutions. So I'm in a business park right now. I'm waiting for a friend who works at Protective Films to come by and let me in and show me the cars. In Protective Film Solutions, we have the Lamborghini Reventon as well as a 1973 Porsche 911 RS. Both are very interesting cars, totally separate. One is, of course, the new supercar and one is the old style driver's car. But both are really interesting. Like, value-wise, they're coming closer together. The RS is going up and up, whereas the Lamborghini is kind of settling. What really amazes me about this RS is the condition that it's in. I haven't seen anything this good, and I'm not sure if it's restored or all original, but regardless, it's totally beautiful. So both of these cars are being taken care of by Protective Film Solutions. They do lots of wrapping and detailing, so they're some of the best in Southern California, and they also do all the Gold Rush cars. So this RS is here to get Ceramic Pro, which is a very high-end coating that basically goes onto the car to protect it, kind of like a second skin. So the 1973 RS is powered by a flat 6, 210 horsepower, 180 foot-pounds of torque. So it's definitely a little bit down on power by today's standards, but we need to remember that this is a 2,400 pound car, and back then in 1973 it was winning races. It blows my mind that when new, this 1973 RS went for around $14,000 to $16,000 new from Porsche. And originally these weren't for the US spec, they were all European and Germany market cars, but they made their way to the US as all, good classic cars do. So this one, imagine buying this for around $14,000 back then, and now it's worth anywhere from $600,000 to $800,000. Not bad. McLaren P1 wheels and Trofeo R tires that looks like they've been driven very well. That's cool to see. It's great to see the Lamborghini Reventon next to Porsche RS because they're such contrasting cars. That one's from 1973, this is from 2010 to 2011. So what do we know about the Lamborghini Reventon? We know that they made around 20 coupes and 20 roadsters, and the coupe specification is the standard LP640, whereas the Reventon Roadster is the LP670 SV spec. So what's interesting with the Reventon Roadster is you are getting an SV compared to if you were to get the standard Reventon Coupe, you're just getting an LP640. So this is the Murcielago version of the special edition cars that Lamborghini likes to make. They have the Agosto, which is a one-off, but that's not really a production car, whereas the Lamborghini Reventon was sold to customers internationally. The car was introduced with an asking price of around 1.4 to 1.6 million, and surprisingly it stayed around there. These cars haven't really gone up in value, they've actually gone down slightly by $100,000 or $200,000. So the cars haven't really gone anywhere in value compared to the RS at least. So the RS when new was around $14,000 to $16,000, and of course being one of the greatest Porsches of all time, it has gone up quite a lot. For a solid condition 911 RS can go anywhere from $600,000 to $800,000, and they've been going upwards 300% each year. The market on old Porsches is pretty insane right now, and to think this car is nearly worth as much as this, and in a few years it might be worth more. One of my favorite angles on the Reventon is this rear 3/4 panel. They chop it up so much, but it's not really necessary. They do it to look like the F22. You could see all the beautiful intake styling there, along with the sharp vents in the body panels. And something I really love that they did with the Reventon specifically are these carbon inserted wheels. So they have carbon fiber wheels as well as a forged magnesium real backplate. One of the most unique parts about this car is the way Lamborghini did the fuel cap. You could see it's an open exposed fuel cap, so you could totally stick your finger all the way through. That's just an open lock right there. You could tell it's totally CNC'd and very nicely done. It has the Lamborghini word there, but there's a button in the car. This actually comes up, folds up, and then you have the gas cap that you would open and put the gas in. But rather than having an entire fuel door, it just has this single bar right here. You can see right there, this entire piece is just fitted body panel color. And take a look at the other side, I'll show you. That's supposed to be a fake air intake. It's open and it actually has an exposed carbon fiber, very nicely shaped intake. The interior is actually a little bit different in the Reventon. You have a similar steering wheel, although it's Alcantara, full carbon shift paddles, and of course the famous dashboard. Some of the differences: the steering wheel is a very short Alcantara. It's really nice to grab onto. I could definitely see that being a good material on a steering wheel. The paddles are full carbon. They're the exact same style as the LP640, but they're full carbon. And of course, that magnificent dashboard. So on the right of the dashboard, you have the speedometer, and it's laid out exactly like you would find in an F22 Raptor. This car is so engaging. It'd be so cool to see that climb all the way up to 200 miles an hour. The inside doesn't climb, whereas the outside does, and it'll go up to around 8,500 wherever the red line is. So it's pretty amazing to witness. I can only imagine actually being behind the wheel, seeing both of these, and just fighter jet mode, both of them climbing up. So cool. What I find really funny about the Reventon is the system in the middle. This is the infotainment system. It is absolutely terrible. It's stereotypical Lambo. Everything like barely works. Just the graphics aren't very good. But then you look up here at the dashboard and you have this beautiful F22 jet inspired dashboard. So apart from the dashboard, some other interior differences that stand out on the Reventon are the seat colors. So they come standard. You can't change the color of the seat here. It's like this, it's almost got a slight green tint to it.